After I have filed the nails, I cleanse them and then I look for the perfect dual forms for the nails. And since this was my first time doing these kind of nails, I wasn't really sure what kind of size I needed. So I picked out the perfect size for each nail. I made sure that it wasn't too small or too big, but that it fit my natural nail perfectly, and that worked really well for me. So I'm guessing that's what you should do. Unless you have any other tip, please let me know in the comments down below. But this looks good to me. It fits my cuticle area and it goes from one side to the other perfectly. So the ones that I like, I put them away and then I will use them when I start doing the nails. I have all of the dual forms ready. I'm going to pour some slip solution into my teaspoon. I don't have a little dish any longer, so I'm going to use a teaspoon and it worked perfectly fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply some base coat. Obviously you want to cleanse your nails before doing this, and notice that I'm not using a primer. This kit did not include a primer, so I'm not going to use one. I'm only going to use products that are in this kit. So I am applying some of this base gel, and you want to make sure that you don't touch your skin or cuticles with this product. You just apply this on your natural nails. Done coating all the nails, I will cure them in my Sun Mini UV LED lamp for 60 seconds, and then we can move on to the actual product. So I'm putting some on the spatula. This is the amount I think I'm going to be using. So I'm putting it on the form and just pulling it towards where the cuticle is. It's at the right end there. So this is what it looks like. This can be a little bit sticky, so be careful and don't put your fingers in there. But yeah, this is a really sticky product, so you don't want to touch this with your fingers or so because it is really messy. But put the product in the form. I know this looks really messy, but it does self-level. But I'm going to dip my brush in the slip solution. You don't want the brush to be too wet, otherwise it's going to leave white marks on the nail after it's done. So put a little bit of slip solution on and then you can mold the product. And I was actually really surprised with how easy it was to mold this product. You guys know I'm not used to acrylics. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm really bad at doing acrylic nails. That's just how it is. So I was really surprised when I used this product of how easy it is to maneuver it. which is amazing. So as you can see, I'm doing the left end really thick and the right end really thin, and that's because that will be the cuticle area, and we always want it to be the thinnest. So I'm maneuvering the product and pushing it downwards. We want a long and pretty nail. Make sure to cover the entire form as well, that way we will have product on the entire nail. So after I am done with putting the product in the dual form, I will start with placing the cuticle end like a millimeter from the cuticle, and then I will push the dual form from the cuticle and then softly push it downwards. As you can see, some of the product is squeezing from the sides, and that is fine, that's totally fine. So I'm just going to push it a little bit more and then use the brush to perfect the sides a little bit. And after that, I'm going to perfect from underneath. So as you can see, it's really thick underneath, but if you go from your natural nail and just pull it forward, you can get a really nice C-curve, or at least as nice as your natural C-curve. And I accidentally pulled the form a little bit, so I just pushed it back, and then I'm going to cure the upper side for 60 seconds and the underside for 30 seconds. And this is what the nail looks like. So now it's time to pull the form off. I'm going to pinch the sides a little bit and then just pull it off. As you can see, it's pretty simple, it wasn't that hard. And then it just comes off like that. And I was really surprised of how pretty the shape was. I don't mean the sides obviously, but as you can see, the thickness is really nice. So after cleansing the nails from the sticky layer, I'm going to file them and make sure that we have the right length. So before filing, I'm also going to cut them, and I'm using regular nail clippers, but I would honestly not recommend that you use these nail clippers to cut the nails, because I accidentally cracked this nail from using the nail clippers, and you can't see it right now, but you will be able to see it pretty soon. So yeah, there it is, the crack. Cut the nails, but be really careful and do not use any nail clippers. After I've cut them, I will start filing the side walls, and then I'm also going to file a little bit more on the length and the thickness of the nail. So if you want to see how I filed the nails, then just keep watching. So as you can see, the shape is already looking really nice. We have this little bump at the cuticle, so I'm going to file that away as well. But overall, it looks really, really nice. This is what the nail looks like after I filed the side walls, the cuticle, and some length and underneath the nail for the thickness. And as you can see, it looks really, really nice. I was so surprised of how well I could get the apex and the thickness overall. It looks really good. So I kept filing it a little bit more, and then I filed all of the nails, and I'm just cleansing them before putting on the top coat. Now it's finally time to use the top coat. This is my favorite part because I love to see the result and what the nail actually looks like. And this top coat is really thick in the viscosity and it's really shiny. I was surprised by how much I actually like this top coat. I will be using it a lot. It is really good. Notice that I'm not using a primer. I would normally use a primer around the cuticle area right now before putting the top coat on. But because they don't have a primer in the kit, I'm not using a primer either. And it seems to be working perfectly fine. I will update you guys on my Instagram and maybe on my Facebook, we'll see, and let you guys know how it looks and if there's any liftings on my nails. After doing the 4 nails, I will cure them for 60 seconds. I'm not doing the thumb together with these nails. That's because it's just really hard to fit all of the nails in the lamp. So I'm doing the thumb the last. And then I'm curing it for 60 seconds under the lamp. After curing the nails, I'm cleansing them with some alcohol and regular paper towel, and then I will go in with my own cuticle oil. Unfortunately, this kit doesn't include cuticle oil, but that's fine. You can just use like hand moisturizer or any kind of oil really. I'm using mine from Îdea. This is the scent Îdea. And it smells like candy. It's amazing. I love it. So I'm just rubbing it in around my cuticles and my fingers, and this is the final result. I hope you guys like this video. I am really thrilled about these products. This was so fun to make, and I'm surprised of how well I got the shape. And for being the first time using these products, I'm just really happy with them. So if you have any questions, please comment down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.